Welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Show. I'm Michael Bull. Today we're talking about the future of commercial real estate. My guest is Daniel Burrus. He's a futurist. He's also author of a best-selling book, Flash Foresight. And before the break, we were talking about in the previous segment the new technology, the mobile, and how mobile technology is really impacting everything, including commercial real estate, the way we shop and the way we work. Well, now we have a new iPhone that's just come out. So what might change immediately? What does this mean?
Well, let's talk about, for a second, the iPhone 8. Whoa, we just now got the 7.
Yeah.
And you would say, nobody knows about the 8. No Apple employee has left it in a bar. How would you know about it? And I would say, actually, you already know a lot about it. Let me just talk about how you can see the future better by teaching you this through the iPhone 8. Will the iPhone 8 have a faster processing chip in it than the iPhone 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1?
I bet it will.
Of course, you already know. So there's a future fact. Yeah, that'll happen. We've got 3G wireless. We got 4G wireless. Is that it? Or could you tell me what they'll call the next one?
It'll probably jump to 6.
Yeah, that'll be 5 and then 6 followed by 7.
Yeah.
Will they be able to get more data in the iPhone 8 than the 7 than the 6? And the answer is, well, of course they will. We know that as a fact as well, another future fact. So you're starting to get the idea, and think about the cloud. We're putting more and more data in the cloud. Is the cloud getting full? Well, no. In other words, there's a lot we can tell about the future. Very quickly, as a example here, back in early 2010, when I was writing my book, Flash Foresight, I decided to apply the principles of the book to starting a company with no employees and no money while I was running my other businesses, and just to see how good it was. And one of the things that I'm teaching you is hard trends versus soft. So at that time, mobile apps were really not for business at all. Matter of fact, it was like, how can you make your phone look like a beer? So when you pour it like this, it looks like you're pouring beer into your mouth, 99 cents. So I asked myself, are mobile apps is that a fad or is that a hard trend that will get larger? And of course, I knew it was a hard trend that would get larger. And will they be used for business? And I could see, well, with certainty, they would be used for business. And then I asked myself, well, how? So I came up with about 100 different applications for them. For example, putting a little sensor on your dog's collar so when it's lost, you can find it using your phone. Remote disease management, logistics, purchasing, customer service, customer support, all done on your mobile phone. I could see that even though it wasn't happening. And I knew a principle I want to teach you all now, and that is, if it can be done, it will be done. If you don't do it, someone else will. I knew with certainty, because these were hard trends, all of these things would happen. And if I didn't do it, someone else would. So one of the things I realized is real estate. Will we be using mobile phones and mobile apps to sell real estate? And I saw with 100% certainty we would. And that's how I came about creating the first national real estate apps. So I think what you should be doing is asking yourself at this point, what aren't we doing with mobile? What are the things that could create disruption and, better yet, transformation of our existing products and services? Let me put this in a strategy that we can use, because I think I also like to make interviews like this as useful as we can. Think of it this way. Because of those 3 digital accelerators I talked about, the exponential growth, and what we're going to see over the next 5 years, with all certainty, is not a change, but we are going to transform every business process in a short 5 years. Processes like how we sell, how we market, how we communicate, how we collaborate, how we innovate, how we train, how we educate, how we pay for things, how we secure our emails and our desktops. That's not going to be changed. It's going to be transformed over a short period of time. Now, the hard trend is the tools are there to do it right now. The soft trend is, will you transform your processes? That is soft. I don't know. That's up to you. But the good thing about a soft trend is you can do something about it. You can decide to just let disruption hit you like a slap in the face, or you can instead say, I can see that disruption coming, and I think I'll be the disruptor instead of becoming the disrupted. You actually do have a choice.
Right, and you say 5 years, so that's 60 months, and you're talking about pretty major disruption in kind of everything that we're doing. So you're really predicting that it's going to happen quite a bit faster than what we've seen lately.
Exactly, and again, I've got 30 years of being right about these things, so it's not just some guy you're talking to on the phone. This will happen. Here's what I'm getting at. Are you changing your business processes? Because if you are, you're going to be falling behind every year. We're no longer in a period of change. We're in a period of digital disruption. And there's a difference. And let me help our listeners and our viewers understand the difference. When I was a young guy, I could listen to one album per spinning disc. It was about this big, 33 1/3. You might not even be able to see that on your video. Okay. And I could listen to my Pink Floyd and my Jimi Hendrix and my Allman Brothers. All right, you know how old I am now.
Yep.
And I could listen to that on that spinning disc. As I got older, a change came along. I could listen to one smaller spinning disc called the CD per album. And I liked that change. Not just because of the size, but it got rid of all the hisses and pops and scratches of my old music. So I got all my music on CD, and I like that. That was a nice change. Today, I've got all my music and all my videos and access to the world in my smartphone. That didn't change how I listen to music, it transformed it. So what would I do with apps and mobility and smartphones? I would have you ask yourself, how can I transform my business processes using mobility? That's a lot better question than asking yourself, should I get an Apple or should I get a Samsung?
Right. And that kind of brings up, I think, in my mind, what's going to happen with the future of TV. I mean, that's got to be disrupted here quickly, isn't it?
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, it's our nature to protect and defend the status quo. When, very famously, when the iPhone first came out, the CEO of BlackBerry made a very predictive statement. He said, why would anyone want to watch television on a phone? And of course, I knew immediately to short that stock. Yeah. But what was he doing in his mind? Well, he was protecting and defending what he currently had instead of embracing the future and rapidly bringing BlackBerry into the future, which of course he didn't do. Kind of like Kodak, which spent, 15 years protecting and defending film. Kind of like Blockbuster, protecting and defending, all the Blockbuster stores. So I think it's important to not be protecting and defending, but when you get a hard trend, a future certainty that is hitting you, you need to embrace it and then look at how can I use that to increase my growth, my revenue, and my profitability.
Yeah, well said. And we're talking to Daniel Burrus. He's a futurist and talking about how technology is going to change the future of how everyone does everything and how it could react and how it could change commercial real estate. So when we get back, we're going to talk about some of the technology and how it might impact office use and the strategies moving forward there for your business or your real estate. Stay with us. I'm Michael Bull. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Hey there, thanks for checking out the Commercial Real Estate Show. Don't miss a video of special interest to you. Be sure to subscribe below. And if you appreciate the videos, be sure and thank our sponsors. There's a link to more information about them in the description. For more videos, podcasts, and articles, check out creshow.com.